Hey, what's up, guys? Can you, as a new or already licensed Medicare agent, sell Medicare Advantage plans over the phone? My name is Kenny Layman's Medicare Millennials, where we are chronicling our personal journey to building a large, successful Medicare book of business and just try to bring you guys along for the ride. I get that question all the time. Can I sell Medicare Advantage over the phone? And of course, I myself resist selling over the phone except when I have to. However, in today's world, it is an absolute necessity, even if you are selling just locally. And if you want to sell statewide or nationally, of course, it's a necessity. So the short answer is yes, you can sell Medicare Advantage over the phone. Now, before COVID, for the most part, you had to get call center status or work for a call center to really compliantly sell Medicare Advantage over the phone for most carriers. However, largely due to COVID, that has changed. Most carriers allow it to some degree for independent agents like me and you to sell Medicare Advantage plans over the phone. Now, a couple of things on that. All of the carriers have different ways that you can do this, okay? Some of them have a fully telephonic enrollment process. None of those are very good yet. If it was short and succinct, I would actually encourage people to use that. But so far, my experience with the telephonic one is not great. We've, of course, got email signatures using something like DocuSign. And then there's even old school people that mail the scope of appointment and then mail an enrollment application. There's several different ways to do this, okay? But here's what I recommend. If you know you're going to be doing part or all of your business over the phone, even if you think it's just temporary, you need to partner with somebody that is going to offer you Sunfire. It is a great quote and enroll tool, but most importantly for phone agents, it's going to allow you to send a text scope of appointment and a text for your enrollment application. Okay, that's key. You have no idea how many people that I talk to that cannot open an email and not get through a DocuSign, but you can walk them through getting a message on their smartphone and they'll be able to get through it that way. That Sunfire, if you already have access to it, good for you. Make use of. Don't have to use it every day if you're face to face, but you need to have that in your back pocket. If you don't have access to it or you don't know what it is, reach out to me and Ethan, MedicareMillennials.com, and I'll be glad to explain it and let you know how you can get it. The one other thing about Sunfire is, remember, Medicare Advantage plans vary from county to county, much less from state to state. You're not going to memorize all that overnight. So if you're selling statewide or nationwide, Sunfire also allows you to quickly go through and look at the different plans and different offerings depending where someone lives. So that helps a lot. Okay, well, what else? What leads are you going to work if you're going to be selling Medicare Advantage over the phone? There's a lot of different ways to do this. I'm just going to talk about the two most common popular ones. That's direct mail or Facebook leads. Direct mail leads, in my opinion, for a telesales agent trying to sell Medicare Advantage, would be better if you work one regional area. Just my opinion. I know you can do it across the country, but because there's nuance to getting a direct mail campaign to work properly and you have to understand the demographics of that area, I think direct mail is better suited for a telesales agent who still works locally or regionally in a few specific areas. And direct mail is also a little bit more expensive, but they're really strong leads. Y'all all know I'm a big believer in direct mail. So that's one way to do it. Another way is Facebook leads. Generally speaking, depending what vendor you go through, you can get Facebook leads statewide or nationwide across the country. Positives to Facebook leads, they're fast, generally speaking. They're a little bit cheaper, not a ton cheaper, but they're less expensive generally than direct mail leads. And to me, they're a little bit more plug and play because your vendor, unless you're learning to do it on your own, is going to be able to tweak it for whatever market that you're dropping in without you having so much input in it. So Facebook leads are a way you can go. Look, to wrap this video up, because this is just really to answer the basic question of can I sell Medicare Advantage over the phone? Here's some setbacks to doing it over the phone. Then I'll follow this up with some pros, okay? Some of the setbacks, my experience, okay, both looking at other agents and my personal experience, you put in more time selling over the phone, especially insurance products. Takes longer to build rapport. Appointments go slower because you're waiting on people to go get their driver's license, Medicare card, prescriptions, read them off to you. Again, you have to build more rapport. I already said that, but that's huge because they can't necessarily trust you as quickly when you just call them. So I think you also, if you're calling coast to coast, you got different time zones, and my experience, you end up putting in more time. It is going to be a lower close ratio. I'm sure some people would argue with me on that. Some people may have some awesome lead source that the close ratio is not affected versus face-to-face. However, on average, no matter what leads you work, on average, your close ratio is going to be lower over the phone. It's okay. You can make up for it by working harder, buying more leads. That's just a fact in my opinion. You're also going to have a lower retention rate and a higher fall-off rate. And it's just because people don't, either A, they don't really know you, so they just take the advice of the next agent they meet, or two, they didn't fully comprehend everything. You did the best you could, but not everybody can comprehend just over the phone. And then I think you get less referrals if somebody just buys something from you over the phone. Now, it's not to say telesales in this market doesn't have pros. Number one, there's no driving and travel time. So I enjoy my driving time. For me, it's a great time for personal development or self-reflection, or to get those tedious phone calls out of the way. But for a lot of people, they hate it, and they don't want to put the miles on their car, and they don't want to waste that window time. And you can always find things to do, but it can be wasteful for some of you. So I get it. Telesales eliminates that. Also, this is a COVID-friendly way for you to market yourself. There's a lot of people out there that want to meet you, and there's a ton of people out there that will not meet you right now. So selling these products over the phone does allow you to engage with those people that are high risk or just scared about the COVID pandemic. And it does allow you to not only target locally if you choose to, but you can also target statewide or nationwide with telesales, which I am a big believer in building some type of local or regional presence in your Medicare business. However, for a lot of you, you just want the most prospects that you can get. You can scale that up in that way through selling that over the phone. I hope this was helpful. It really wasn't meant to be like an A to Z complete guide on Medicare sales over the phone. Just an introduction to the fact that you can do it. If you have more questions, reach out to us, MedicareMillennials.com. Peace out.